Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, because I've designed it myself, and nobody spends as much time with their and on their clients like I do. 2 to 3 times per week, I rendezvous with all of my clients. The choice is between via Zoom sessions or phone sessions or a combination of both. And the choice is also between two types of packages, the regular one or the deluxe one. The regular one is again 2 to 3 times per week. We get together for a session. And the deluxe one is 3 mandatory sessions. And in between, you have access to me via email, text, and also by audio if need be. This is for somebody who's going through a lot right now and who really needs a lot of hand holding. Okay, so if this is you, you can start with this package, and within a month, if you feel like it, you can then transfer it to the regular one. Okay, on average, I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me in order for me to be able to complete my coaching program and to really set you up for success. All right, I'm very thorough in my coaching. I'm unlike any other coach out there, and I've developed the program for people so that this is the last time you're in coaching. And if you do this right, if you show up and do all the exercises, if you take my guidance, you will literally never turn YouTube again on for watching manifestation videos, because I literally will give you everything I know, how I manifested everything in my life, how I've achieved everything, and you will be set up. Okay, if for whatever reason you cannot come into coaching with me right away, I have created for those people the entry-level coaching of monthly audios, which is an extraordinary package for an extraordinary price of $450, in which I discuss essentially in depth everything from SPs to manipulating energy, to magic spells, which is basically energy work, etc., etc., how to transform your body, how to manifest money, but in depth, which is like an entry-level coaching. Like I said, you have exercises there as well as in detail instructions how to achieve your manifestations, which I never did for my channel, and I decided to do this, as well as the video school. Okay, and this is 1 month only package of 12 videos that are dedicated to the steps of coaching that I essentially go through with every single client of that comes into my coaching. However, you're doing all the steps yourself. Okay, still very effective, still a tremendous amount of good information. Still, you can achieve the shifts. Of course, the ultimate is to come into coaching with me. All right. In order to be in my coaching, you need to sign the coaching agreement, pre-book, obviously. You don't need to book all 2 to 3 months at once. You could go month to month. And if before making up your mind, you want to schedule an hour session, I can certainly do that and apply that session towards the monthly package. Now, at this point, I really want to record an audio, okay? Since I've gotten a lot of people, a lot of subscribers, which welcome everybody to Magic and Miracles. Very grateful for having so many new people. And I wanted to discuss the coaching rules. Okay, because over the weekend, like I said, I had to discuss things that I was prompted by so many questions about Tracy, and I wanted to discuss certain things that I've been bombarded by, okay, in terms of how my coaching works. Now, here's the deal. Okay, I am not a therapist. Okay, I'm literally going to go through my coaching agreement and explain. Okay, it's on my website, and it, as well, is attached to every single coaching package. I'm not a therapist. Okay, I have taken psychology classes. I do take them every now and again. I really want to further my own education. I always develop new ways of being useful to my clients. However, I'm not a licensed therapist. This is not therapy. Why? Because I'm allowed to give you feedback. I'm allowed to give you advice. I'm allowed to guide you. I'm allowed to give you homework, and I'm allowed to hold you accountable for achieving certain results. This is why this is coaching and not therapy. This is why on average it's 2 to 3 months. If it takes you 6 months, that's fine too, if you have a lot to work through. However, you know this very well. Maybe for yourself or from people that you know about, therapy sometimes can last years. This is not therapy. Okay, in addition, if you're involved in illegal activities or taking illegal drugs, and by that I do not mean pot, I really mean illegal drugs, okay, hardcore drugs, you are not going to be in my coaching. I can't coach you. Okay. And if I find out in the middle of the coaching that you're doing these things and you're breaking the law, I have the right to terminate the coaching immediately. Okay. Because you're going to sign this coaching agreement. And my understanding is that you read through it. All right. It's not a long agreement. It's like a page and a half situation. And you certainly, before signing, you should definitely read what you're signing. But once signed, I'm holding you accountable to that. You're not allowed to bombard me and ask, attention unreasonably so in unreasonable hours. I think that's understood. In other words, if you send me a bunch of emails all at once and you repeatedly demand my attention, I have the right to terminate the coaching once again. And now, believe it or not, this has happened to me, especially in the beginning of me coaching on YouTube. When I was coaching outside YouTube, for 7 years, I was coaching mostly people by referral only. And these people were all, in the entertainment business. I didn't have to discuss these things with them. And so just, a different kind of situation I was coming from. So I had, I was feeling like I had to put all of these points in my coaching agreement. And most recently, 2 additions, okay, not the last one is actually pretty standard, which is that everything is confidential in my coaching unless, and please everybody hear loud and clear, for those who have been bombarding me with this kind of like complaint that I did not keep my confidentiality in Tracy's case. Unless you become a danger to me, to yourself, or to another person. She has become a danger to me. Okay, and before that, I have made several attempts to reconcile this amicably. Okay, when you're disrespecting me personally and when you're trying to harm me personally, yes, I have the right to go public with this information, to report this to the police, to start a lawsuit, but yes, to go public with it. Confidentiality at that point is completely broken. Okay, so in other words, if you're breaking the law and you're harassing me, if you're trying to harm me, my business, it could involve different things. Okay, this confidentiality situation between you and I is over. Okay, I never thought that I had to explain this to anybody, but here it is. So in other words, don't break the law and don't cause harm to people. It's pretty simple. And yes, of course, everything is confidential. And by the way, I didn't reveal much about her personal life other than her personal life is out of whack. She doesn't belong coaching people. Okay, that's the end of it. I could have gone much further. I didn't because I don't care to. All right, now I have coached, again, for nearly 9 years. I never had to run into this situation because most people understand, okay? 99.99% people understand to behave civilly, okay? To respect the coach, to not steal, to not commit crimes. But in this case, she certainly outdone everybody just about in my coaching. And I've had difficult cases in my coaching, again, from YouTube. And there were times when it was a very difficult situation. And unfortunately, I had to terminate coaching. However, it has never reached the airwaves of YouTube, okay? Because the person still being difficult, okay, did not harm me in any way other than disrespected me, quite frankly, and was becoming very difficult to coach. That was the end of it. And you never heard anything about those people, did you? Again, if I wanted to break confidentiality and if I'm so unprofessional, okay, as some of her minions and operatives have bombarded me with these comments, which are so uncalled for, okay, you literally telling me, abusing me and harassing me because I have broken the confidentiality clause in order to warn people about a criminal, about somebody who's completely unfit to be a coach, and you're bombarding me for being a whistleblower. Okay, that in and of itself makes you a conspirator, okay, of somebody who's criminally minded. But nevertheless, if I wanted to be unprofessional, I could have been unprofessional way before that, because I've had celebrities in my coaching, very wealthy people, okay, that I could have bragged about, people that you know, okay, sitting right now listening to me, and I could have been completely unprofessional and, flaunted that in front of everybody on fucking YouTube. I'd never done that because I know how to respect my clients. But once it goes over into the territory of breaking the law and not only disrespecting me, okay, but harming my business and and stealing from me like tenth of thousands of dollars worth of business, not to mention the coaching agreement that quite frankly is worth millions of dollars, okay? I can tell you this right now. I'm not exaggerating. It is a theft of another kind of fucking level. Then, yes, I do by definition, okay, of like breaking the law, I am not entitled to keep any fucking secrets at that point. And at that point, quite frankly, it becomes my moral duty to point the criminal out and to report them to police and whatever else the fuck I feel like doing in order to protect myself. I will not put up with abuse. I will not put up with being disrespected. Okay, if you're going to go that far, yeah, prepare to have your dirty laundry aired in public, especially if you are a coach. I've never done this with anybody, and all of my clients know. They share with me their deepest secrets, their deepest fears, etc. And they know how hard I work with them, how hard I work for them, okay, going over time, etc., etc. This has never happened and will never happen, hopefully, because I hope that this will be the only person that I will have to point out who is this literally crazy as to think that they can get away with something like that. So please, the law is the law, okay? I went to college for journalism and I'm trained as a journalist, and I will not put up, like I said, with somebody breaking the law in my coaching and getting away with it. That's just not going to happen. If she's done it to me, she's going to do it to the next person and the next person and the next person. So common sense would tell you, just don't break the law, and I think that will be sufficient. And lastly, but certainly not least, if you're coming into my coaching, whether you're a coach or anybody else, okay, understand that all of my material is copyright protected. Again, never had to address this. This is wild for me to even record this, okay? I'm just not used to this kind of situation whatsoever. And having to defend myself when my entire coaching program is about elevating people and creating abundance in their life, which, by the way, Tracy did benefit from my coaching, but enormously, okay? And somehow nobody mentioned that out of her, minions and operatives, that she's making like 20 to 30 grand because of my coaching, because she's using my coaching program illegally and she's benefiting from it. So if you're going to create the situation for yourself, again, be prepared to be exposed. The end of it. So another clause in my coaching program says, in my coaching agreement says that if you are going to use any of the material that you learned about in my coaching, prepare to get sued and prepare to be exposed. The end. And again, never had to do this, never had to put this out there, but I hope to God that this sends a loud and clear message to anybody who even remotely thinks of repeating this kind of circumstance. Don't do this to yourself, okay? Whatever you think that you can steal from me, whatever you think that you can do to me, it will turn into such a shit show that you will be sorry that you ever thought about this, okay? And for those people who have written to me and said, oh, you're just being petty, and why don't you manifest it away? And you know what? I want to see you when somebody robs you of tens of thousands of dollars of your business, of your hard work. And then I want to tell you, hey, why don't you just manifest it away? No, you're going to fight for it, right? So yes, I'm fighting for it, and I will continue to fight for it until I get my way. And I always get my way. It might take me a minute to get the legal situation and this and that, and my intentions always come true, always come true. So again, if you don't want to get into trouble, just don't break the law. It's as simple as that. I'm an extremely patient person. I love and adore my clients. I always give the benefit of the doubt to everybody. Again, I work tirelessly on each and every single client. The amount of time I spend on each client, after each session, I rewatch the tape, sometimes 2 to 3 times. Okay, at the very least, 1 time for sure, but more likely I will watch it twice, because I want to pay attention to everything you have to say. I'm all about helping you and bringing you to the next level. And every single person who has ever come into my coaching, who's taken my advice and taken it to heart, benefited from it tremendously. Okay, sometimes the success stories that, again, I'm not sharing because I want to respect my clients' confidentiality unless they let me talk about it. And most people do fucking not. Okay, so if I really wanted to be this like unprofessional coach, again, I would have bragged about so many fucking things. You have no idea the kinds of success stories I have, okay, from my coaching, where I literally sit and cry in gratitude for being able to help these people, okay? And quite frankly, it fucking pains me to see coaches like Tracy, which I think she's the worst of them all, who thinks that she can get away with harming other people and pretend that she means well and is there put, to help people by pretending to be somebody who she is not. Okay, my job, honestly, I care about people so much that yes, at the risk of being misunderstood, I will report anybody who's doing something shitty like that. And that's just fucked up, okay? Not just because of my business. Listen, I'm an endless source of inspiration. Thank goodness for my channel. My business will be just fine, okay? I, did not mention the dollar amount and this and that for you to feel sorry for me. Please do not, okay? I'm doing quite fine. I just feel there is a take responsibility. You don't get to break the law and walk away unscathed. No, take responsibility for your fucking actions. If you don't like responsibility, don't do something shitty to other people. That's period, the end. And I know that my clients know this about me, that I am committed to the truth. I don't do anything that is untruthful. I don't do anything that's inauthentic. All right. So if you're not that kind of person, by all means, we do not belong in, working together. I'm not that kind of like shit show fake person who is going to just like not talk about these things. I'm not going to be abused by anybody. I'm going to stand my ground and talk about it all. Yeah. That's the kind of person I am. That's how I coach my people. And I, for one, discuss a lot of examples from my life where I did put up with abuse. And I will no longer do that. No way. I very much live, breathe, walk, and talk my teachings. And I so thankful for this character trait of mine, okay, because I could have been like the rest of the fucking frou-frou coaches out there who all they care about is the likes and subscribers and this and that. And don't get me wrong, I'm really fucking thankful for subscribers, but am I going to act a certain different way in order to get a like and get a subscription? No fucking way. I believe in my principles and I'm going to stand by them, okay? My job here, the very creation of this channel in the first fucking place, before people started, asking me to coach them on YouTube, it was to elevate people, to educate them, to bring them to a higher ground, because I saw that my material certainly does not exist out there and people could benefit from that, okay? That is my sole motivation. Of course, I charge for my coaching. I provide a service. But again, my services outside YouTube, I charge 4 or 5 times as much, okay? Yes, I do. And so for YouTube, I created, obviously, I discounted myself because I wanted to be reachable towards more people. So everything I do, all the questions that I answer, all the packages that I've created, okay, all the material, even talking about SP, which, to me, it's like a piece of cake situation every time. I created being inspired by my clients, being inspired by my viewers. Everything I do on this channel is for you guys. Me personally, I don't give a shit about talking about Tracy and this and that. I only did this thing as a service, as seriously a public service. Everybody knows in my coaching the kind of work I do, the kinds of results I provide, and how I guard their anonymity, like with my life, seriously. And I know a lot of people are listening to me who are in coaching with me, and they truly appreciate that about me, okay? But it's because they're able to be civil, they respect their coach, okay? And they don't involve themselves in criminal activity. Period. The end. And if you can't behave, again, I am not the coach for you. I'm just not. I will either drop you out of my coaching, so don't waste your money, okay? Or you will end up like Tracy if you go bananas on me, okay? I take my job extremely seriously, okay? I don't play around. I know what's at stake here. I change lives. Okay, so I better show up and I better fucking make sense with every single action that I create, okay, that I make. I know people look up to me, and I'm not going to turn into some fucking people pleaser and not discuss topics that are really hard to address just because I want to be liked. No, I'm going to demonstrate that whatever I encourage my people in my coaching, my clients to do in my coaching, I also behave that way. Okay, even though sometimes these are hard things to do. Sometimes it's hard to be truthful, and sometimes it's, a little bit unnerving to address certain topics. Nevertheless, that's the only way I know how to be. And lastly, I want to thank all of my clients ever, right now, past, present, and future, for really inspiring me to be strong like this, okay? Because I know the kinds of struggles you go through, the kinds of pain in your heart some of you carry, the kinds of challenges that you have. And you don't need another fucking coach to destroy your heart, okay? I'd rather be brutally honest with you and tell you like it is what the situation is out there and what situations to avoid. That's what really matters to me, because I firsthand see every single day the kind of horrible results that a coach who's completely irresponsible and doesn't know what the fuck they're doing has on a person who really just needs help. And for those people, again, the minions, I'm convinced that the slimy energy that's coming from these people is ridiculous, who have been attacking me, telling me that I'm just like all the other coaches. No, actually, I am not. And I made a point of it. I do not take advantage of desperate people and this and that. No, I really go out of my fucking way to help these people. If you need me to stay longer during the session, I will stay longer. If you need to talk to me, it's an emergency, sure, no problem. We'll make time for you. If you need to send me an audio, no problem. I make such accommodations for my clients that seriously, I would hire me as a coach, all right? No, not for nothing, but true story, okay? It's because I know that these people need a strong shoulder. They need my guidance. I've been on the other end of the story, and I've shared this when, you tolerated abuse and this and that, and you have a lot of wounds to heal. This is a very difficult and delicate situation. And I really take it personally when somebody comes along like that and starts, creating chaos unnecessarily. I wish somebody was there to protect me in certain instances, the way I'm protecting my clients, the way that I'm committed to the truth and delivering the best kind of assistance, okay? This is delicate work. This is very patient work. This is very humanistic work, okay? And I just I will not, okay, stand by and do nothing and not talk about it when clearly there's certain people out there, okay, and this just happened to be one of them, who completely disrespect people at large. If she did this to me, she's doing it to others, okay? That's all I have to say. And so again, I want to thank my clients for really inspiring me and for putting their trust in me and supporting me. And I'm really glad that that I'm able to be the truth exposer. I really am happy that I have this quality. I do not know any other way. And because of this, because of the resonance between them and me, there's another kind of level of energy. I don't know how to explain it. I just mentioned the minions and all of their kind of antics and accusing me of being a narcissist and this, that, and the other, making this about me and blah, 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 and kind of like bombarding me with accusations when all I'm really doing is public service. The energy that's coming from my clients, it's absolutely heavenly. I don't even know how else to describe. It's on another level. And I'm just deeply grateful for this experience to even be your coach, to have this energy with you and to be able to serve you. And that's actually completely from the bottom of my heart. Okay, I thank God every day that I get to help you, that I get to create things for you, and it gives me immense and profound joy. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.